Good evening, folks. It's me, Steven, the host of Two-Bite Tabletop with Bow Ties and Bugbear. Tonight we can continue our journey with our brave monster hunters in Souris, Manitoba. Tonight you will see a bird's eye view of the town, and we'll find out what's happened down by the bridge. As always, I'm joined by the fabulous cast of Monster Hunters. We have Allie from Dice Drop Evolution, Kyle from Play Nerd Allies, Kat, fantastic DMs Guild author, Pete, also a fantastic DMs Guild author, and I am Steven, Bow Ties and Bugbear, host and DMs Guild author. You can find all of our stuff down in the links in the doobly-doo. I will also include content warnings there. It is a monster hunting game, so there is paranormal activity, some violence, some death, references to guns, references to law enforcement. But we are here to have fun. We keep it light as possible. I hope you all enjoy this game as much as we are. And I look forward to seeing this game through. As always, enjoy. All right. Hey, everybody. This is us.
What up?
Here we
Your green
are
M&Ms
on
out there.
Two-Bite Tabletop with all the colors of the M&Ms and absolutely no colors of Skittles.
Oh, wow.
Because
Rude.
neither of them are sponsoring us tonight. But
One
They're
day.
lost.
we are
One
here
day.
again to continue our game of Monster of the Week, where we will join the Fringe division of the RCMP, which I'm not sure if we come up with an alternate name to Fringe division, so hopefully we can use that phrase for now. Our Fringe division of
I'm
the RCMP.
absolutely sure it's copywritten.
Probably
this is not
is.
on the air
Probably
anymore.
is. Tonight,
Sued.
I'm joined.
Again?
Oh my god, the makers of Fringe are watching me. I am so honored.
Hey, JJ Abrams, how's it going?
Tonight, I'm joined by Kat as Scott Smalls. Kat uses they, them pronouns. Scott uses he, him pronouns. Scott is the driver of the cruise van and tech guru. Joined by Kyle Durkee as Aloysius M. Smythe of the Portage la Prairie Smythes. Kyle
That's right.
and Aloysius both use he, him pronouns. I am joined by Pete Schwab. I should say Aloysius is the monstrous. Joined by Pete Schwab. Pete uses he, him pronouns and plays Doug McKenzie. Doug uses he, him pronouns and is the professional. And we're joined by Allie, playing Ronan Connors as the spooky for this group of ragtag monster hunters. I'm Steven. I use he, him pronouns. I'm the keeper of monsters and mysteries on this show at Two-Bite Tabletop. I am at Bow Ties and Bugbear on Twitter. And you can find all our stuff down there in the doobly-doo when you take a look later. And I know you will, because you're all good viewers. And now, dear viewers, let me take you to Souris, Manitoba, where we meet our team of ragtag mounted police at the rock shop in Souris. Last time, they investigated a series of break-ins and missing items, especially at the rock shop in Souris, where they traced a series of clues into the back of the rock shop, where they found a door that had been taped open as if someone had used it to enter from the back, and a crate with a hoof print that had been moved in order to get to some weird candles. Ronan had also noticed that on Doug's map, which had been messed with by Aloysius, that there was an interesting formation of push pins that congregated around Daphne Avenue, around the United Church, around a baseball diamond, and around the rock shop. Perhaps these were clues. We established that Hillary, the owner of the rock shop, does not like Tim Hortons, nor does she like Aloysius when Aloysius is in bird form. In fact, she tried to trap Al in a bell jar.
I don't get it. Rude. She was a very,
She's very
rude.
rude. Also,
That
I'm
Very
going to
rude.
use this
That
moment to
host.
apologize as the keeper of Monsters and Mysteries and say that I didn't completely follow the keeper principles, and I really should have given you a soft move where you could get away from the bell jar before you had to actually use the hard move to get out of it. But we live and we learn. And as they were finishing up investigating the rock shop, Doug received a call on his gigantic Motorola walkie-talkie from the constable. And they are on their way, or are about to be on their way, to investigate an incident at the Souris Swinging Bridge, formerly the longest pedestrian footbridge in North America.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Are we going to ask some questions about last time?
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
thank you. So,
questions.
what we forgot is that
Good man,
at the
pal.
end of each session, we need to ask some questions. And this is how we rack up experience points. Question 1, did we conclude the mystery?
No.
Did we save someone from certain death or worse?
I mean,
No.
Kyle almost got caught under a bell jar.
Yeah, I almost died.
So are we going to answer that question with a yes? Okay, let's do it.
It's not air doesn't get into bell jars, man.
No.
It doesn't. I would have died in like 30 minutes or so.
He may be a monster, but he still
Now,
needs
does
air,
it count?
guys.
Are you
Might be a
immortal?
vampire, but...
Oh yeah, I
Are
am
you
immortal.
technically
So I wouldn't
immortal?
have died.
Kyle,
Oh, I guess you
what?
can't
Come
say
on,
that.
man. We almost
Sorry.
had some XP.
That's
Why you
questionable.
gotta-
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Because bell jars are the same as sunlight.
Bell jars is
If
his
there's
kryptonite.
no air in there, the way it refracts
and
on
jars.
the carbon dioxide
shape
is
of it.
different
The
than the
shape.
way it refracts in the oxygen.
Bell shape.
So yeah.
Okay.
I'm going
So
to the devil's advocate
we're
and
still
be like,
answering yes to this?
No, we're not.
Okay,
We're not.
we're
I
still-
can't.
okay.
I cannot in
The
good
answer is
conscience do
no.
that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Pete.
All right. So did we learn something new and
God.
Not
important
upset. I'm
about the world?
disappointed.
I'm sorry. What was
Did
it?
we learn
Did-
something?
New and important about the world.
We did. There are monsters with little hooves.
Hoof prints. Yeah, we learned about
Okay.
hoofs.
So you did learn that there is something that I'd say that's a yes.
Something
And-
hoofy is afoot.
Did we learn something new and important about one of the hunters?
I would say yes.
Kyle's
We learned that
character is
Aloysius
allergic
can
to
turn
bell
into a
jars.
bird.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. You know.
What?
We learned that Scotty has his mom's minivan.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Their mom's minivan.
Yeah.
Well, then that Doug really loves Tim Hortons coffee. like any true Canadian.
Yeah, we learned that. We learned that Aloysius has a cappuccino machine.
It's true.
Somewhere. Has it just that
He
complete.
did. I forgot about that nobody else can use because they don't know it's there.
It's true.
Yep.
We learned that.
Propensity
We
for messing
learned that
around
even though even though Ronan acts like she doesn't care about anything, she will indeed put a stone in Scotty's pocket to be like, "You're mine now."
So I was gonna point to that one as being that would definitely count as like the relationship between Scotty and Ronan. So
for sure,
we have definitely gotten 2 yeses. So everyone marks 1 experience.
Ooh.
Yeah. So 1 or 2 yeses and you get 1 experience. And if you do 3 or 4 yeses, you get 2
there
experience.
we go. Okay. And we have to get up to 5.
What's the 4th question?
That's all the questions.
That's all of it. Yeah. So did we conclude the current mystery? Save someone from certain death. Learn something new and important about the world. And learn something new and important about the hunters.
Oh, it's just a 4. Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. And so 1 or 2 yeses, you get 1 experience. 3 to 4, you get 2.
All right.
All right. So, yeah, you're in the back of the rock shop. Are you going to... In this game, splitting the party isn't as disadvantageous as it is in Dungeons and Dragons. It can be encouraged at times.
Well, so there are like there's stuff around the baseball diamond. There's stuff around a street, a little cul-de-sac, and now there's stuff at the bridge.
Yeah, well, so the other ones were all the pins. There seem to be pins in an order in Doug's, but now you've gotten a call being like, Doug, you got to get down to the bridge. Someone has fallen off the bridge.
I gotta go see Constable Stanton.
All right. I would love to just take off out the back door and fly up into the air and see if I can scan some of the places from the air.
Ooh.
That's cool.
Yeah, let's do this.
There's a swinging bridge.
Because I'm a parrot.
Nice.
It's true. All right.
Yeah, we gotta use that.
Parrot.
So yeah, let's actually. I'm gonna pull up the map here.
I see the swinging bridge on the map. I don't see the cul-de-sac.
Yeah. So the cul-de-sac is over here.
Okay, there's Daphne.
Oh, there's Daphne. Yeah. That's not a cul-de-sac.
It's cul-de-sac-esque.
It's
a bay
in a road.
That's a bay.
That is.
Oh boy.
You know what?
You're right.
You're sitting on a throne of lies.
You're right. That's not really. Now that I look at it, I'm sorry. I misdescribed it.
I will not accept your word for anything else for the rest of the game.
Just
You've heard me.
Just not geographically, okay?
That is a road.
When he says words, they don't mean anything. Like
geographically speaking. So right, Daphne Avenue is not a cul-de-sac. It is just a little road that kind of turns into another road. So yeah,
and then where's
Daphne Avenue? We've got there's a baseball diamond over in
where's
this
the baseball
area.
diamond? Wait, where?
Okay.
Where?
Looks like
there.
A construction.
Yeah, that looks like a tailings pond for a mine.
I know it's
good God. What the hell kind of baseball are they playing?
It actually might have like cut off the baseball diamond.
It's Canadian.
It might be like
Canadian baseball. You wouldn't understand. It's a lot different.
It might.
I wouldn't. They throw toxic sludge at each other and let it pull up on the ground.
That just makes me think of the Kids in the Hall sketch with the Shirling. Did you guys ever see Shirling? Where there's like a bunch of guys dancing around a snake. Whatever.
I vaguely remember that.
I loved them though. I loved them.
That's a good show.
They're Canadian.
I'm sorry.
I used to watch it on the CBC actually from Michigan.
Geez, that's good. So. That's good. Yeah.
The real uncut.
That's right. They're going to the flesh pots of Bangkok for the food.
Oh my.
Hmm.
So yeah, so the things with pins were here.
Yeah.
What do we have? The baseball diamonds, which are actually like I might
Yeah.
be wrong. That might actually be farmland, and the baseball diamonds just might be south
No,
and
it's
not
fine.
on this
We'll
map.
just say it's baseball then. That's fine.
And
I found
the
the church.
United
The United Church.
Church, which is over here.
Yeah, I see that.
And
Okay.
what was the other thing that I had?
And then Daphne Avenue.
Yeah, and the
All
rock
right.
shop.
Rock shop.
So we've
Yeah.
done the rock shop. All right, so I'm going to fly up, and the
Mhm.
first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to sort of like look at everyone else and just be like, "I'll be back."
It's like the bird
And-
lady.
Hmm.
That's
in the Hall.
right. That's right.
All right. Yeah.
It's all
So
going to be Kids in the Hall references for the rest of the night.
Mhm.
oh jeez.
I'm
Bird lady
going-
or
I'm
chicken
gonna-
lady?
So,
No,
the
chicken
lady.
lady.
Chicken
Her name was
lady.
Chicken lady.
So I want to check out the church first, and then I'll
Well-
swing sort of in a row down all of them if I can. I don't know how long. I imagine that won't take more than a couple minutes for a bird to fly
it's
over all
really
of them.
not a lot
As-
of air
As
to
the
cover.
pair flies.
It's not a lot of air to cover it. So yeah, so you swoop out of the back of the rock shop, and you take a bit of a swooping J around the United Church, and you notice that there is like a back window that's broken. It's not an ornate window, but you notice that
Hmm.
it looks like someone has tried
Oh,
to.
do I see anything else?
It looks like someone has tried to get through it with a baseball bat.
Specific, like a
Or a
baseball bat
baseball?
or an object?
Yeah, it looks like someone sort of tried to hit through it
Like,
with
like
some
is there
sort of an
like a
object.
baseball
to me.
bat surrounded by small pieces of glass? Is that how I know?
It looked,
It's-
or
There's
not baseball bat, but a
bat-
baseball. Like
bat
it looked like maybe some kid had thrown a baseball into it. It's sort of that
Mm.
sort
Okay.
of telltale sign of a kid throwing a ball into a window.
Sure.
But you don't see any. There's nothing from the exterior that you can see. It is a holy place. What's Aloysius's relationship to holy places as an energy vampire? Can you enter them? Like,
I would say as an energy vampire,
Oh no.
oh no,
That's
No.
what happens. That's what happens.
there we go.
That's what happens as an energy vampire.
that's what happens when I enter a holy place.
Holy
Um,
place.
The
We got our
I,
answer.
my
I
God.
feel
Shit.
so. I feel like holy places for an
That's good.
energy vampire are a little different
Mhm.
because I feel like energy vampires have very much infiltrated a lot of Christian services, and that's why they've become
I think
so
other
boring
religious services as well.
over
Yeah,
the
that's
years.
true.
So yeah, top to bottom. Like,
there's-
the more bureaucracy
like-
there is in any religion, then it's just
Yeah,
like gets
Absolutely,
filled
this
up.
makes
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of sense.
We
The middle
are.
managers.
We're not. We're not like the priests, but we're the people that like determine the
Mhm.
order of the ceremony and how long things need to be, so that it maximizes the sort of jitteriness and the angst and the boredom of everyone involved. We like take
the
out
guys-
all the music, nothing
guys
with
that
nothing with the
debate-
melody.
Debate how canonical certain notes are. Like, well,
Yeah.
is this
Yeah.
really?
Yeah. There's the bread has to taste like nothing.
Mhm.
Like there is the wine. The wine
Mhm.
has to be nothing. There's
Yeah.
nothing.
I mean, it's like
nothing
it
that will
technically
excite
has
you.
to be fermented, but let's just take grape juice and just like put a
Right,
little
yeah.
yeast in, give it a day or two. Like,
I'll give it a little extra, like dashes of food coloring to make people think that what they're drinking is wine. There's but I feel like in a holy space, the reason we've had to do that to holy spaces is because we're at some sort of disadvantage
Mhm.
in them. So it would be like, we would get like a -1 or a -2 or something to our rolls in
Okay, so
In
you
a
can
holy
enter,
space
but
like
you'll
that.
take some sort of a penalty.
Yeah, I don't feel like we would take damage like a regular
Okay.
vampire would.
Or
So
simply
I
like
will.
can't enter.
Yeah, can I could I read a bad situation or investigate a mystery with just the window?
Investigate a mystery, like read a bad situation. So here's what I was saying about like giving you a soft move or like last session when you were covered by the bell jar is I should have gotten you to roll read a bad situation or something beforehand so you knew that something was coming. So read a bad situation is very much like something's going down, you need to figure out your way of getting out of it.
Okay.
So
all right.
Whereas like going to look at something is a very clear investigate a mystery.
Okay, yeah. So I'd like to then investigate just the mystery of the window, see if I can figure out sort of what caused it, because I don't want to spend a whole lot of time. I want to do an ancillary search and then bring information back and let the others know so that we can formulate a plan.
For sure.
All right. So what am I going to roll?
Roll 2d6.
2d6.
And it is
Sharp.
plus sharp.
Yeah.
So it's all right. 2d6 and my sharp is, let's see what my sharp is. My sharp is +2.
Go.
That's
You
right.
go.
That's right. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna roll these dice, and oh damn! I got a 12.
Ooh.
Well.
And that's plus sharp.
That's it.
Or total.
Game's done.
Yeah,
Solid.
total. That's total.
Okay, so
all right. So I can ask roll on a 10 plus. Okay, so I can. So hold 2 means I can ask 2 questions.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
Let's see. And if I all right, so what happened here would definitely be one thing. And what is being concealed here, I think, would be the other one.
Okay.
Because I don't know if there isn't it doing anything here yet. So,
although you could, potentially ask what sort of creature is it?
That's true. I don't think that Aloysius would have that much presence of mind, honestly.
Okay.
To do that. I think that he would need a little more information.
Okay.
I just want to ask a question mechanically about the game because I haven't
Racist.
read so can you potentially ask one question, wait to hear the answer, and then ask another question, or are you supposed to kind of throw them both out?
That is a good question.
I think that's a really good question. And the way I sort of would see it is here's one thing that I find just generally confusing is that term hold, right? Hold 2. So that almost tells me that when you use that language, could it even be you hold that question until later? And so later. I think that you can ask those questions in sequence, get an answer, and then
then I'd like to know first what happened here.
So describe how you're going about figuring this out. That is the mechanics. It's more that I'm
only going to. I'm not going to get down and try to investigate much. I'm going to I see the broken window. I'm going to sort of swoop down towards it and make a quick pass, and maybe come back and do a second pass just to sort of see if there's any indication of what's going on here.
Okay, yeah. So as you swoop down and you investigate this broken window, you see that it's probably it's within the last couple days. As you get closer, you notice that someone's taken Gorilla Tape and taped over the hole. It's it is a very telltale. Someone threw a ball through this window, and it's been there's a round hole that's kind of spidering out a little bit. Someone's Gorilla Taped over it, so you didn't notice that it was taped from way up, because it's just, you see the round shape, but as you get closer, you see that there's a round hole in the window, and then as you get closer, you can see that the door is actually like swinging a little bit. Someone kind of forced the latch a little bit, so the latch is not holding properly right now. And as you get closer, some wind kind of blows the door a little bit. So, from what you can surmise, these little clues are telling you that someone threw a ball through the window and then managed to reach in and jimmy the lock. This is an older church. The lock is not like, it's very much like a latch lock. It's not even super secure. So it kind of like
was trying. So someone was actively trying to get into the church.
Yeah. So someone and so what you can tell is it was probably someone got in and did manage to do it, because it looks like someone has sort of latched the door, but it's not staying.
Sure.
Like they've kind of bent it back in shape.
So I feel like what I would want to know then is what would the church be concealing that somebody would break in to find?
What would they be interested in?
Good question.
Because that's also something I would have no idea about, because I don't go into churches.
Yeah.
Steam.
Yes.
So the question is, if you don't really.
So if I'm correlating with weird candles have been taken here, like, do I know if there's like a special kind of candle that they keep here, or a special something else, like wine or something else that might be used in a ceremony?
Yeah, so like, what would they be locking up in this weird back area?
Yeah.
So.
And I might just not know the answer because I don't go into church.
Yeah, what kind of
So
church
I was going to say, like, what was it going to do might also be a question here, because it's like, what was it going to do by forcing this door? But we can also be like, what was concealed behind that door? And so what you ascertain as you get closer, and we know that parrots have that, like, just follow your nose scent, apparently, as we established in session 0.
I thought that was toucans.
I think we said toucan Sam, just follow your nose, so it must go to parrots. I believe we said it.
Yeah, it's canon now.
It is canon
in this universe.
It's too canonical.
Yeah, it's too canonical. Yeah, that's right.
Go away.
Oh, geez. If
Go
only
away
I
now.
had the time to do merchandise, because it's too canonical would be a fantastic t-shirt.
Oh, sorry.
But
I mean, I'm a dad. It's my brand.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So as you get closer, you can smell that this is likely where they keep the sensors, like the incense.
Okay, that's all I need. That's all I need.
Which they're concealing because they're not a Catholic church, and it's weird for the United Church to have.
I understand that, like, that would make sense to me for ceremonial purposes. Having incense and a candle, would make sense to me. All right, so then I'm gonna flap my wings and I'm going to fly. I'm gonna take a nice little air current back up there, and I'm gonna sort of fly over to the rope bridge and see if there's anything of interest over there.
Yeah. Well, I'll say while he was zooming around, then while Aloysius was zooming around, then I think Doug would have kind of been trying to guide things towards the rope bridge anyway.
Yeah.
We have to answer Constable Stanton's call right away, and bring a box of donuts from Tim Hortons. We got to swing by Tim Hortons on the way.
All right, so the what you'll notice.
Maybe go by the beer store.
Okay.
Do you guys still have beer store? Do you guys still have the beer store?
That
was one of my favorite features of Canada. There's a store just called the beer store.
Okay. So that was Ontario, correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Liquor is provincially mandated, and so yes, Ontario still has the beer store. but Manitoba does not, because in Manitoba, we're like our liquor is provincially mandated, and in Ontario theirs is called the LCBO, which is like their liquor stores where you can get everything, and then the LCBO also has their brand, the beer store. The nice thing about LCBO is that it's referred to as Lickbo, which kind of sounds fun. We call it the Lickbo. Manitoba, we have the Manitoba Liquor and Lottery Commission, ML, or liquor, no, there's only one L. Manitoba Liquor Commission, anyway, MLCC. And so we call it the LC, the Liquor Commission. That's and the LC does not have individual beer stores. But, so basically the places in small towns to go, if you want liquor, would be places like, where is there a hotel around here? It would be it would be your hotel, because at one point,
go to a hotel?
Yeah. Okay. So, and I mean, when we say hotels, so the reason they were called hotels is that in order to be able, at one point in Manitoba, the law was that in order to be able to sell alcohol outside of a liquor commission store, you had to have at least 2 rooms for rent above the establishment.
Oh my gosh!
It had to be it was like a licensing thing. So it's still tradition. The place to get your beer is at a motel. So they have hotel vendors and motel vendors.
What is the thought process behind that? I don't get it.
Look, so in both Chicago and Texas, you can't buy liquor before noon on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's not nearly
Texas,
the craziest liquor law in the U.S. They're definitely weirder liquor laws.
Yeah. Anyway. Well, and so and anyway, the long story short, it's we call them vendors, and it's just standard. Way
let me
of calling.
tell you guys about the beer store.
My favorite...
The beer store is awesome because you just go in, you tell them what kind of beer you want. It comes down a conveyor belt,
that's
and
true.
Then you buy it.
And they're big, and or you can go in and you can, and they're just big refrigerated warehouses. They're great.
Oh my god!
But
do
you want to know what's even better? Know what's even better?
Do they have
Remember, so
there? Is that considered beer?
Just wait. So Kyle, remember when you played that game with Heartbeats with my friend Pierre for an hour? And remember he had that no-name shirt that he showed you?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's this in Canada, there's a company that's an umbrella company, and they have a brand that's literally called No Name, and it's yellow with black writing that says No Name. And it's called the Real Canadian Superstore is the main parent company. And in certain provinces where they allow liquor to be sold in supermarkets, which is not a given, they have the Real Canadian Liquor Store is separate because they have to be separate buildings. In those, and it's the big yellow building, and it's got the black writing, and it's the Real Canadian Liquor Store. That one gets me.
It's real.
Yeah.
It's
my favorite thing is the weirdest liquor law I've ever heard of is actually in Washington D.C. And it is that you are only allowed to have one liquor store on any city block. And it was because I can't remember which president it was. I think it might have been Kennedy. They were going to have a big group of people coming in. It was essentially sort of like a United Nations type thing. It was a huge peace summit. And it was Eisenhower. And at that point, because they were right next to the Capitol building and all of that, the storefronts all along Constitution Avenue and all of that right around the mall, it was just literally entire blocks that were 7 liquor stores. And he was so embarrassed by this, and he did not want people to think that everyone in America was an alcoholic.
That makes sense.
So he passed a law
That is funny.
saying you can only have one. And now in DC, it is like every single block has one liquor store.
I do love the solution, though, that it's like, there's a lot of liquor stores here. Like, let's not worry about the alcohol problem that is actually describing.
Yeah. No,
let's get rid of all the liquor stores. Like, somebody on each block is going to be really rich in a few minutes, you know? But,
right.
I don't know.
It is just...
Do you have any laws, like, around liquor stores or pubs on election days in the States? Because it's only Eastern Canada.
They don't do shit for election days.
They'll
probably tell you more on election days.
Oh right, yeah.
In
parts of the Eastern,
but like
in Eastern Canada, pubs open at 9 on election day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm sure. It's like, so depending on what state you're in, some days, some places you like, there are still dry states where like there's just no liquor.
There's dry counties.
There's some where
we've got that.
You can go to the next county and just
you've got like some things are open later on Sunday, some aren't. Some like Maryland isn't open at all. You can't sell liquor on Sunday. You know, at least not in a store. Like you can go to a bar and buy liquor, but you can't buy it in a store on a Sunday. All that kind of stuff. There are places where, like, I think it's South Carolina. If you go to a bar, they are not allowed to have big bottles of liquor. They're only allowed to have the little 1 ounce little shooters. And so if you order like a gin and tonic, they will bring you a glass of tonic and a shooter of gin. And they've got like dispensers.
It's like being on an airplane. It's like being on an airplane.
It's crazy.
I would lean into that aesthetic.
I
would turn
Colorado,
my bar into an airplane, and you'd be sitting in airplane chairs.
Yeah,
and you're good.
And I would come and like.
I mean, you know what? I would go to that bar if everyone was dressed like a Pan Am stewardess. Like I would absolutely with the
like
little,
a 1960s,
little hat,
like a 1960s Pan Am, like
fabulous little skirt,
Pan Am
little
Pete's.
jacket.
We're calling it Pan Am Pete's.
I'm here.
That's it. We're in business. Close them down.
It'll be fabulous. It'll be fabulous. Oh my god!
Right. Anyway, so we're at the swinging bridge.
So you got into the van. Kat, do you drive them, or are you done with them and making them walk to
Point of clarification.
We're driving.
Is it a minivan? Isn't it a minivan?
Yes.
It is a minivan.
Called it a van. And I think it's really important.
I told you, throne of lies.
My apologies.
It's a
minivan.
No, Steven keeps calling it a van.
Yeah.
Steven, you're losing points here, buddy.
It's a minivan. Get it right.
You're losing credibility quick.
Shame, sir.
Did you guys not have minivans in Canada?
I use the term interchangeably.
He's a monster.
No, I'm a keeper of monsters and mysteries. All right, so you hop in the van.
Lest you become
in
one,
the
sir.
mini.
You become one.
You hop in the soccer mom van.
There you go. Right, that's fine.
Heck yeah.
Now we're talking. It's got all the family stickers on the back.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Calvin peeing on Hobbs.
Wait, what? I haven't seen that one. On Hobbs. I've seen on the Chevy symbol, but not on...
Yeah, it's a variation. Like I've seen like
that's a new level to the
relationship. Yeah, like it's... See that outside the leather bar.
How about Calvin peeing on Calvin praying? Have you seen the Calvin praying ones?
My God, yes.
I'm sorry.
It's still the only comic strip that has ever actually made me laugh out loud. Only one. Anyway, yes, rope bridge. We're all very excited about the rope bridge.
Okay, so you're rolling in the minivan it's a swinging bridge. It's not really a rope bridge.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not quite Indiana Jones creepy style. It's actually well maintained because it is an exceptionally long pedestrian bridge with cables and whatnot. And so, Kat, do you want to describe the rolling out? Doug, do you want to describe the rolling out? Allie, what are you doing in all of this?
Ronan's just sort of chill. Ronan be taking shotgun every time, or since the uncle's
Probably.
around, she is put in the back? I have questions.
That's up for you two to decide. I'm not going to be the one to figure that one out.
I kind of feel like Doug would aggressively be taking shotgun every time because he'd be kind
that
of
seems like a Doug thing.
Yeah, he'd be kind of like, because he really, like, honestly, he wants to be driving, but I guess for unknown reasons he's not. So, did we ever establish why Doug doesn't have his own mode of transportation? Here's what I'm gonna say. If we haven't already, I'm gonna say that Doug has an undiagnosed like eye problem, but he refuses to wear glasses, and they will not give him a driver's license because of this. He can ride the horse, that's okay. But a driver's license,
because the horse can see for him.
Exactly. He needs a car that can see, is what he needs.
If you're taking shotgun, Ronan in the back already has like a kind of annoyed look on her face, and so what she does is she takes both her legs and puts it on like the top of your seat, so it feels really
Doug
trip.
is so. I
And
feel like Doug is.
She's not saying. She's just sort of like sitting there, kind of just like. Just was very loudly texting. You can hear the tap 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 tap. Whoop.
That's 100. That's 100%. You're really triggering me right now because that's 100% my 4-year-old when I'm driving. So
that's the worst.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, jeez. So you're up at the rock shot. How? So you're all in there. How direct of a route do you take, Scott? Do you need to like stop for groceries as a condition of?
Well, we have to get donuts, so I will go through a drive-through. If does Tim Hortons have drive-throughs? I literally have never been a single.
They do. I'm not even sure if there's like. So there's a thing in small town Manitoba where they actually, if they don't have the Tim Hortons and or Starbucks, and both of those are a thing, that small towners will actually go to the next largest area to pick up. So you may not be able to get that directly in town, but there is a home style bakery beside the Home Hardware.
Okay.
We can go there. I will put the car in park once we get there.
As you park the car, you see just this like really large sort of white smear start coming down the windshield, and then
don't
you
do
just
that to
see
Scotty. Come on, Scotty didn't
you
do
just
anything.
see right in front of you. You see a little parrot turn sideways, just very slowly sliding down the windshield, just making eye contact with you as he is sliding down.
Oh man! Doug pops his head out the passenger window and it's like Aloysius, and he pops off 2 shots with his .38 into the air. He's like Aloysius.
Aloysius will look at him. Now, mind you, Aloysius is not scared of guns because they don't really hurt him. So he will walk. He will walk over to Doug's side of the front window, leaving like poop covered bird tracks across the windshield, and then just make eye contact with Doug.
The amount that Ronan is just appreciating Aloysius right now is like through the roof. He's just like, do it.
Right. Doug just dramatically breaks eye contact and then opens the door and basically goes out to see the
as you open the door, you just hear Fatty want a donut?
So did you actually shoot off your gun? Is this
no, not really. No, I'll say not really because that'll be.
It would definitely not go over well.
The car.
All right. Oh, yeah. There we go.
Ronan does allow Aloysius to be in his parrot form on her shoulder, although he does know the rules that if he poops on her, then she does get to hurt him.
Yeah.
Now, Aloysius, were you going to do a full circle, or were you just circling down?
I was going to. I saw the car pull in, and I felt like it would be it was just time for a quick emotional snack.
Okay.
And then I'll just take off again.
Okay.
I'll be like, see you later.
Doug takes a moment to enjoy the compliment of being called a snack. So.
All right.
Now,
good.
Now I do have hunches as one of my moves, and just like it's supposed to let me know when something bad is. It says when something bad is happening or is about to happen.
Okay.
So I just want to.
Just let me pull that up here.
Floating that.
That's just when something bad is happening.
The donuts have cyanide in them.
The donuts don't have as many sprinkles as you might like.
Oh my God, done.
Excuse me. Oh. So this would not be applicable right now, but I'm going to keep it in my up here.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, because what you're about to see likely took place far enough like last night that it wouldn't apply, but later on I will keep that in there.
Okay.
And so I'll just do a quick finish up the Aloysius flying montage. So you fly past the baseball diamonds, which are somewhere in this downwards vicinity to the south. And you can see that it's definitely like the baseball diamonds have been like very much like trampled over. It's like
it's me. I'm seeing this.
Yeah, so Aloysius, as you fly over the baseball diamond, you see that the baseball diamond has been like trampled over and is really out of whack. It's not just like a little league game has happened. It's something has really kicked up the dirt. It's, almost like a dust storm, but too organized. Like it's
Is there anything there, like, is this a residual effect or is there something there now?
Yeah, you don't see anything trampling right now. But you see sort of more hoof prints like you saw in the back of the rock shop. It looks like some sort of herd of animals has just like rampaged through this area recently, but not like today, but maybe overnight or the night before.
If I see hoof prints specifically, then I will actually investigate. Like, I'll go down and see what's going on there.
Yeah. So, do you have any special moves, or just it's just a straight investigate mystery?
Let me see. I've got the shapeshifter and I've got manipulate.
Yeah.
I do get a +1 to my investigative mystery before this form's superior senses.
Oh yeah.
So let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right. So that is a total. It would be a total of 10.
Okay.
This time.
So you can still, I believe, that's enough to ask 2.
Yes. Okay. So this time I'll ask, what sort of creature is it?
Okay.
And I will also ask, where did it go?
Okay, these are good questions. So, and if I'm looking this way and this way, it's because I've got the map on this screen. You all are on this side. So, as you see it, it's kind of what happened is it's kind of come up from some of the farmland over here and moved straight down sort of towards the riverbank by the bridge and then back up towards Daphne Avenue before heading back towards the farmland. And what you see is it's not just creature, but creatures. You can determine that there's got to be many, many cloven hoof prints, and it is very likely goats, which are not normally farmed in this area. This is very much cattle country. It's not goats, but that doesn't rule out farmers having hobby herds of goats. It is potentially possible in this area that kids will, like in 4-H club, raise goats as a badge project. So it could be a kid's herd of goats. That
sure, but so it's obviously
it's definitely goats. It doesn't seem like it seems frenzied. It seems like maybe they like either they were frenzied by something or something scared the heck out of them.
But so there's a hoof mark. So a goat went in, stole some candles.
Then went to play some baseball.
Then ran away.
Let me say that one of the questions you can hold is not so a goat went in and stole some candles. So,
sure,
but you
sure,
know,
I'm pulling together.
Not?
Is it what is the hoof print that I see the same as on the one that was on the box?
Update to the game.
So
come on.
What sort of strikes you is that the hoof prints that you saw in the rock shop were like it was a singular hoof print. And there was something unsettling about the way it appeared on the box, as if it was used to push something aside, as if it was almost a human movement. It also, you didn't see multiples there. It wasn't as if there was an obvious walking motion with multiple hoof prints. It was not...
sure.
It was almost as if it was bipedal. If you had to take the difference between what you're seeing at the baseball diamond versus what you saw at the rock shop, there was something as if it was.
And so, where did these goats go?
So they went. So they came. Looks like they came through the baseball diamond from the farmland over down in the south east corner here, and then they went up. It looks like they sort of went up through all this empty area towards the treed areas.
Okay.
These are like windbreaks here, and then they kind of took a straight shot towards the riverbank. And then
staying away from Daphne Avenue.
Yeah, past this way and then down towards Daphne Avenue. Excuse me, and back.
So it's just a little circle. These goats just went in a little circle.
Yeah, they did sort of a U.
Classic goat circle.
Yeah, everybody knows goat circles.
Yeah, and I mean it's like it did look like a large herd of goats, but like again, it looked like maybe they were frenzied. So judging the total number is difficult. Could have been, no more than 10. Could have been 15, but probably somewhere in that number.
It's a pretty big herd circle.
Yeah, that's and going through populated areas, that seems a little funky.
Yeah,
to me. So I'm gonna head back over to where I last saw everyone else.
All right. So yeah, as you get there, a second, I'm getting my cast of characters here. So as you get there, Constable Stanton is walking up. There's no immediate parking lot right by the bridge. You have to sort of approach it by foot from here, and Constable Stanton comes up to Doug and he says, "Well, Doug, things are getting strange around here.
That's my specialty, sir. I'm ready."
It's true. I mean, it's strange. I've never met a 45-year-old man without a driver's license before, so strange is your specialty, isn't it?
Well, my passion is in the work, okay? I don't have time for driver's licenses or nonsense like that. I'm very focused.
So, last night we had a couple of kids come along and realize that something had happened down here. They just a second, I had a name here. Name of our victim here.
Take your time, sir.
Well, I think I must have. So last night, Jake Jacobson and Hannah Martin both came down here, and they were just hanging out with their friends after the baseball game. And
Jake Jacobson, he's on the captain of the baseball team, isn't he?
That's right. And
fine lad.
He is, and he and Hannah and Jackson Aston were walking along the bridge, and Jackson, yeah, that's where the problem was that he Jackson, they say, just fell off the bridge. But
oh dear,
Jackson Aston's not a faller. We know that, sir.
Well, he is
not a faller.
He is now, and you can see there's sort of what counts as CSI for the RCMP in a small town, and I mean, there's just like, it's basically the veterinarian is like walking up. He's taking out like using the same gloves that he uses to birth calves. He's like pulling them off, and he's like, yep, we're gonna need to get the winch for the hearse, and he just like walks towards his station wagon, and you look down into the ravine and you can see that Jackson has most certainly fallen to his death, and he kind of looks like he took a fall like at a very close to the end of the bridge before it just passed the river. The river's a little low this year, and he kind of hit the side of the riverbank and is caught up in a tree, and he's definitely not moving. And based on what the doc said, he's quite likely died. And there's a bit of a crowd starting to arrive. This is not something that normally happens in Souris. You don't normally see, more than 2 cop cars and a veterinary sedation wagon in one place at the same time.
Well, Constable Stan, I gotta ask, what made you think to call me, my department, the
we
Fringe team, the Fringe? What do we call us? The Fringe? Fringe-alicious?
I think you had mentioned the A files at some point.
A files, A.
Do we want to go with that? Just so we aren't getting copyright infringement.
Yeah. Infringe.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't gonna go there, but thank you, Pete.
Yeah.
You're all terrible. You're all terrible people.
So, yeah, Doug. Well, I mean, you were kind of in the area after all, anyway, and thought you need some work experience for Scotty and Ronan.
Oh, Scotty,
anyway.
my sister's boy. Yeah, Scotty.
Yeah, it's a good ride along.
How many people are there in the vicinity? Is it just my team and the constable?
And the doc slash veterinarian, or coroner slash veterinarian. And
who is
there's a few like looky-loos from around. People there's someone okay. Yeah, there's like a few as an energy.
With like a goat-like appearance?
No, none of them seem to have a goat-like appearance. In fact, Aloysius is a good person to be asking this a good character to be asking this question, as the bridge is within a relative proximity to an old folks' home, and so Aloysius, of his advanced age, is familiar with many of these old folks who are looky-looing at the...
Oh, it's the old people that are looky-looing.
They're like old folks from the old folks home who've like just kind of wandered over.
Okay, all right. So who is the constable standing in front of the dock, or is the dock standing in front of the constable?
The dock has gone back to his station wagon. The constable is kind of just like looking down and kind of trying to decide if he should go down there or just let you all go first.
Go down.
Go down to investigate the body.
Before we move in, can I just try and read a bad situation? I just kind of want to.
Yeah, sure.
Because I have pluses to that, and so I feel like I should.
Can we? Allie has a question before we do that.
Yeah.
I can also tune in, and that is I can attune my mind to a monster or minion. On a miss, the monster becomes aware of you.
Ooh.
You can spend in so I can if I like succeed at this role, I can see if there is.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
okay. Yeah. Let's do this. Let's do that.
That might be a little bit better than us just going like, I'm just gonna go down.
Yeah.
Tell me, what does your appearance change at all when you do that?
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah. What happened?
That's a good idea.
My already dark eyes, they sort of just glaze over a little bit, and if anyone starts talking to me, just like a normal, I don't hear them anymore.
So it's like the swoosh of the wind is going through your ears almost?
Yeah.
So as I'm flying back towards you and I see you starting to activate this ability, are you just like standing out in the crowd, or are you...
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like standing next to Scotty, and I'm gonna get Scotty's next to Doug, so like they're just like together listening to this, and as Ronan's like kind of tuning in and out to this, she decides she's just like, oh, screw it, I'm so tired of this, and just sort of turns it on.
As she does that, I am going to... Aloysius is just going to, like, as the parrot, is going to just dive bomb the back of the constable's head, and then before he can turn around, I'm going to convert myself back to my human appearance to distract him from whatever's happening over there with Ronan.
Okay. Cool. Cool. All right, so Ronan, roll for read a bad situation. So it's plus sharp. Or no, sorry. You're rolling your...
Weird.
Your specialty move, yeah.
Yeah. So, I got an 8, and I also have a +2 to weird, so I got a 10.
Okay, good. That's tune in?
That's what?
The move is tune in?
Yeah, tune in.
Okay.
Tune in.
All right, so on a 10 plus, hold 3.
Ooh, look at you.
Good. Nice.
All right, so you can ask 3 of the following questions. Where is the creature right now? What is it planning to do right now? Who is it going to attack next? Who does it regard as the biggest threat? How can I attract its attention? Okay, so the question is, apart from that, are you going for a monster or a minion?
Oh. I don't like that wrinkle.
I don't like that either. I was just like, what? Monster?
Or how? I mean, and if we want to go sort of a little more in game without being like just asking a monster minion, how like broad of a range are you trying to look at this? Like, are you focusing
So
very
I feel
much
like
in on what did
I feel
this
like
to the like what did this to uh Jackson, or are you going to do it like what, or like
um
more broadly?
it's more of what did this to Jackson personally,
Okay.
because that's where Ronan feels like this is where everybody's getting a little bit crazy. Because I feel like Ronan's character is very like aware of all the cryptids in the woods, and she's
Right.
just like, that's fine, that's their place, we're friends. So it's more of why did they do this to this dude, because that's not that okay, that's not chill.
All right. So yeah,
So
so you're tuning in very much on this specific situation.
yeah, so where is the creature right now is a big one
All right. So
that she would like to ask.
as the sound of like water rushing past your ears goes, it you're hearing it, and it's sort of everything's going by you as a stream, and you kind of see sort of everything's kind of almost blurry and black and white, and you can kind of not get a perfect uh, beat on it, but you can sort of get a sense that whatever did this is somewhere to the northeast around Daphne Avenue. And you can sort of, but you don't see that it's necessarily physically present right now. You just know that its energy is there right now.
All right. Um so I'm sorry, just making sure I understand. What are we saying, I can ask these questions anytime now, or do I have to ask them right
I
now?
think it's like, I think you can ask them, you have to ask them right now. I need to
That's
double
fair.
check on
Okay.
the hold, but like,
No,
yeah.
and that's fair. I just was wanting to make sure. How can I attract its attention?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think uh, what you ascertain, and this is sort of one of those times where, as much as it pains you, you kind of sync up with Aloysius, and you kind of like get a little bit of tingly at what Aloysius is thinking, and you sort of understand that perhaps holy symbols from a church or other religious uh, uh, holy site might, if used correctly, might anger it or bring it out, especially if you use it at a site like the bridge, at some sort of space that represents a crossing over, a liminal
All right.
space, as you were.
Okay. And my last one would be, who is it going to attack next?
So this one is sort of uh, you get a sense that through its power or through through its control, that there's likely going to be a someone in the town or a group in the town who's going to be under threat. This time not just at darkest night, but perhaps in the evening, in the shadows of the evening, there's going to be some sort of an attack of a local townsfolk who is vulnerable or perhaps more innocent.
Oh,
Boy.
oh, it's gonna be the goat. They're gonna kill the goat.
But you're unclear as to what this attack how it might manifest.
Okay.
Why don't you come for my donuts?
As Ronan kind of like brings herself out of what she was doing, she goes like it was kind of just like sucking her body right back, putting her spirit back in her body, and she sort of looks at the guy that everyone's talking to, and she goes, we should consider a curfew.
Huh.
Who do you say this to?
To Constable Stanton?
Yeah,
Oh.
the constable.
Has the constable gotten back after being assaulted by a parrot?
Which she doesn't even talk, by the way. She doesn't even say, like, oh, yeah, I'm so sorry about my parrot. She just
So,
goes,
yeah.
We should
Constable gets up and is like, oh, what? Oh.
Aloysius will be there to help him up.
What did you say? What did you say, Connors? Thanks, Al. What was that about? A curfew?
Yeah, we should probably do a curfew.
Well, what? It's not like people here go to bed late anyway. What do you mean?
Well, it just seems like a lot of things seem to be happening at night, and maybe people shouldn't be out at night.
Oh, it takes a couple days to put that sort of thing in place. I mean, you can put it out on the town message board.
I mean, I feel like we have the technology now where you can just be like, hey, there's a curfew. Probably don't go outside.
Could probably set up like a mass text alert to anyone in the area. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Could you guys do like a MySpace or
maybe that bird can do a tweet,
no.
right? That's what tweets are about. It's pictures of birds.
A tweet. I mean, I could, Uncle, but why would I?
Tweets?
Like, it's so much.
Could you do a tweets?
Oh,
sure,
that was the constable.
That was the
constable.
Yeah, so it's just like a recommendation. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm as a constable, I can't enforce a curfew. I'll have to talk to the mayor and the town council about that. But
can I try to?
We can certainly put out a recommendation.
Can I try to manipulate him? Into doing it?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, you need to do this like by yesterday.
So I really think it's important that we do this because there's Zika virus and West Nile and coronavirus, and there are hooligans with bats and eggs and toilet paper.
Have you rolled plus charm?
Dogs that are running around.
Roll plus charm.
Oh my! Plus charm.
If Scotty's weird friend and Scotty's bird are telling you there needs to be a curfew, we need a curfew.
Yeah, you should listen. And as that's happening, like Scotty walks away, pulls out like his laptop, and just starts figuring out how to like compile an entire like mass like text message to people. I'm gonna sit on the edge of the like, the ledge.
And I'm just gonna put my hand on the constable's shoulder, and every time he doesn't agree to do this, I'm just gonna drain a little of his life.
Okay, so Scotty, if you're trying to like figure out how to make this happen more efficiently, I would like you to roll plus cool to help out. I think that's what you potentially are doing.
All right.
Yeah, so I got an 8. I got an 8 on my persuasion.
Okay, so we're going to find out. And so Scotty's helping you out.
7.
You got a
7 for mine.
7. Okay, so you get a 9, Kyle. Okay. Scotty gets a... So you expose yourself to trouble or danger.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
In public or?
Just a second. I'm reading this quick. Oh, okay. Yeah. So when it's something like this, where it's helping out with manipulate someone or investigate a mystery, it means that what you do might expose you to like rumors or trouble down the line, or sort of like unseen results later.
Sure.
So
this is for manipulating someone.
Yeah. So and Kyle, you got 9 for manipulate someone because Scotty was rolled to help you out. So now you're at manipulate someone, and so this is kind of cool because we got that like mixed success of a 7 to 9. So he will do it for something if you show you mean it. So
okay. Well, I want to know. Well, so there's the manipulation, and then there is the. I essentially what I want to do is I want to try to manipulate him, and if he doesn't agree with me, then I'm gonna sap some of his life force, so he doesn't have as much energy to stop me from manipulating him, and then keep trying to manipulate him like that. Until he's just like, okay, fine. Oh god.
Just wear him down.
Okay. So what do you do so here's the way the wording is though. So on a 7 to 9, they'll do it, but only if you do something for them right now to show them that you mean it. So it's really like you have to, like, it can't be like you're threatening. Like you have to show them some sort of reciprocity.
I'm trying to think like what on earth. Okay, so the reciprocity that I'm gonna show him is
shutting up, like not draining his energy, or like
I don't know if that's possible. I think there's you know what I will do? I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna be like, see, I'm going to help right now with this curfew by taking these old people at the end of the bridge and taking them back to the old folks' home. That's what I'm
good. This is good. This is because we're getting to 9, and so I want to start the next thing at the old folks' home because I've created 3 very fun old folks' home characters.
No. Oh no!
Oh my god!
I was prepared.
And,
I knew
so
you were
this
going
is
to interact.
perfect. All right. Well, Constable Stanton says, "All right, I'll go knock on the mayor's door." I mean, it's not like it's waking up in the middle of the night, and I'd rather do it now than got another death on the hands. So, Doug, you keep this site contained. Don't let anyone trample the evidence, and see what you can ascertain.
Who got it?
Thank you.
I got Scotty and his creepy friend on the job.
Yeah.
So
hey, she's not creepy.
I meant that in a good way. Young
Doug,
people today are so
Ronan
sensitive.
Works with us.
So sensitive.
It's Scott's your weird. Anyway, you go check this out, and I'll
if I may. If you just let the mayor know, all I have to do is just press a button, and like as I say that, I will press the button. And you just let him know
everything's
that like
out.
it's easy.
All right,
everything's
this is good.
out.
Oh yeah, okay. I don't have a pen, but I'll remember to review this recording so as that I remember that something bad potentially or like untoward. It's not like horribly bad. It's just like something mildly difficult will happen later on.
I have hunches.
Oh, do you have hunches? Right? Do you have a hunch right now?
Yeah,
Oh,
don't
you have a
forget the
hunch to
hunches.
right
Don't
to.
forget the hunches.
I think we're gonna save that hunch for like whatever really bad that you divined happened. But we still,
All
I
right,
like
cool.
so.
Thank you.
Aloysius is going to slightly begrudgingly go
interact
and help Harold and Cadence and Jemima back to the old folks' home,
nice.
slowly making various. They don't have a lot of energy sap, so luckily this is not a high risk situation for Aloysius' condition.
Those nurses in that nursing home sure do, though.
Ooh, got him.
There are going to be a lot of dead fish in those aquariums.
You mean those batteries?
But Doug, you said you also wanted to read a bad situation, so I'm gonna get we'll go down and we'll figure out what's going on to the body before we call it a night. So,
okay.
Doug, you want to read a bad? You said you sort of wanted to read a bad situation before you went down there.
Yeah, and I have a tactical genius move, which says when I read a bad situation, I use my cool instead of my sharp.
Okay.
Because I'm not very sharp.
But you're pretty cool.
I mean, I'm sharp, but whatever. Anyway. So, and I only got a 6. I got a real bad roll, guys.
Oh, okay. So,
all right.
On a miss, you misread the situation.
I got a 3 and a 1 on the dice.
Geez.
Oof. Jeez.
So.
Oh, Dougie. Oh, Doug.
Ooh.
Not great.
Oh,
not great.
Doug. That's not great. That's not great, Doug.
Bless your dice. Oh wait, no, it's roll 20. Sorry, you can't.
Yeah. I tried to.
Bless your computer.
Just bless. Just bless.
Bless.
Too stressed to be blessed.
Wow, what that means now.
All right, so as you look at this, you sort of feel that there's absolutely no danger in going down to investigate this body.
Looks great, guys. I'm going down.
You know that there may be some old wives' tales about stuff going on at the bridge, but you don't believe in them. You aren't superstitious. You're a man of action and a man of fact. You ain't afraid of no ghosts because you don't believe they exist.
Can I bring my assault rifle?
Yeah, so you fully you're fully prepared.
Okay.
And I assume Ronan and Scotty, do you follow down?
I was gonna say I have a move that basically is called "What Could Go Wrong." It's whenever you charge into immediate danger without hedging your bets, you hold 2, and then I can spend them at a later time for different other things, like inflicting harm or reducing someone's harm.
Nice. Okay, do you have to roll for that then? Or is it just
Nope.
Okay.
It's just whenever I charge into immediate danger without hedging my bets.
So we're not going to count this as immediate danger. We're just going to say there's something being unnoticed. So
okay. Yeah. I was wondering if that was
So do you all go down into the brush? So you go down. It's a pretty steep drop down here, but there's definitely Stanton has put just a rope ladder leading down the edge, so you kind of get down there, and
Ronan would rather not.
Oh geez, I need to find my pen. Why is there? So Ronan stays up above. Sounds like Scott.
Just
Scott's gonna do a full ride along,
and come on, Scotty, you got my back.
Your keeper's gonna find a pen.
I got you. To be clear, Ronan was just like, Scotty, please. Okay, all right.
What you don't want to come with? Come on, it's really
no.
Excuse me.
What? Okay. All right, fine. I'm fine. I'm still gonna go down.
Yeah, it's part of the ride along. You have to anyway. So
of course.
Under control.
All right. So
also, I'll tell your mom if you don't. So.
All right. So
if I die, what?
No, if you don't. If you don't come along.
If I don't come home. Oh, okay.
No, if you don't come along.
Yeah.
If you don't come along.
Oh, if you don't come. Oh, if I don't come along. See, I have to go.
All right.
My mom cares about this.
So you go down, and as you go down, you're sort of thinking about this bad situation in your head, and it's not looking so bad to you. But so, Doug, I get to ask you some questions though on the failed roll, so this is kind of fun.
Oh boy.
So, to you, what's the most vulnerable thing for you? What's your greatest vulnerability?
I guess my professional pride, my reputation.
All right.
Oh God.
I don't want Scotty to see me mess up. Oh God.
Ooh, good. I like that. Okay. And what's so what's the most vulnerable? And what's the least effective method of defense you have?
I guess like mental defense.
Okay.
It's always good when the DM asks.
Oh.
This is actually really fun. Like, this is
that's the
something
point.
you read the rules and you think, okay, this is, this will be interesting. But when you start doing it in this situation, and this is good. I like it.
I don't like that.
Well, no, in a way that,
good.
not in a threatening way, but in a way that,
you know?
yeah, it's going to be narratively interesting. It gives me some things to think about for the story because.
Well, I feel like you just like stepped into potential danger, and we could definitely have a little cliffhanger right there.
We're not quite. Well, this is the thing is though that we're not quite at the danger part. Not quite there. I think we want
make us
to
feel like we're at the danger point.
Okay. Yeah. So.
Sorry.
So yeah, I'm gonna.
Are we gonna do a Canadian cliffhanger again?
So yeah, we're gonna do. My apologies, but you are going down a rope ladder that was purchased at Canadian Tire towards a body, and next time on Two-Bite Tabletop, we will find what condition that body was in.
Uh-oh.
Bum, bum, bum.
It's so gross.
Running at the top of the cliff.
Right.
The Canadian Tire cliffhanger.
Nice.
All right, so let's ask those questions. I'm gonna, let's ask those questions.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
And
we got good answers this time, though, right?
Oh, that was fun. That was good.
We're gonna rack up the XP today.
Yeah, I mean, imagine how much we would get done if we didn't talk for half an hour before every session. But I enjoy the talking. We get good things about.
I wouldn't log in. I wouldn't even log in.
I know we get good things out of the chats too. So I mean, imagine what we would get out of it if I didn't have an early bedtime.
One of your game developers needs to develop a game where you get XP for the table talk as well.
Oh,
like for the side conversation.
Yeah. Right.
It's like worth XP. You know?
Did we learn something new and important about our fellow players?
I guess that was kind of true in the last game, though, a little bit, right? Like, wasn't there?
Well, I mean,
a little bit of that.
I think so. Oh, like in Dream Askew, not in the last session.
Dream Askew, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
Dream
Like,
Askew
did you
is very
cook food?
much about
Did
that.
you cook food for the other players?
Yeah, that was good.
XP.
Jeez. I still want to play that one in person. All right, but the questions. Did we conclude the current mystery?
No.
We did not.
No.
Shamefully, to our great shame.
I mean, I concluded the mystery of the goats. We know that it's the goat rodeo.
It's not.
Yeah. You concluded the mystery of the poopless car is what you
That's
concluded.
right, I sure did.
So, I mean, when like the current mystery would be like figuring out what's causing it, right? What's behind the goats.
You're saying that the current mystery is not actually what hit the constable in the back of the head?
Right.
What kind of animals been stampeding all around town?
Knowing
Goats?
that, did we save someone from certain death? Or worse?
I did.
Absolutely.
No.
I don't know how or where, but I'm sure we did.
Can someone answer truthfully?
No.
Can I roll for that? What do I roll for that?
I see.
Okay.
No.
Investigate my player's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
It's not hard.
It's important. It's important.
Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Yeah, goats.
Yes.
Goats.
We learned about the goats. We learned about the old folks' home. We learned that there was a dead body.
Yeah.
I'd say that's
the cul-de-sac. The cul-de-sac that wasn't a cul-de-sac.
Yeah, that was really important.
Yeah, that was the big one.
Daphne Avenue.
We learned.
Is where
we learned
where
about
the
your
monster
throne
is.
of fucking lies.
Ooh.
That's what we learned about.
Shots fired. We learned that shots
yeah,
were
it's
fired.
true. We learned that Stephen plays fast and loose with geographical terms. Did we learn something
diamond
new?
my ass.
Your days of city planning are over, sir.
Did we learn something new and important about one of the hunters?
We did. We learned that energy vampires can go into churches, but they're at a disadvantage.
That's true.
Yeah.
We also learned that about some of Doug's vulnerabilities.
Yeah, Doug.
Yeah, that's true.
What just happened to my background? I hope that... Okay, good. So yeah, rack up an experience point.
Woohoo!
Right, I only need 2 more points and I go up a level.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Something randomly happened to my background on my computer.
Wow. Okay. Blame OBS.
I basically am. Yeah.
Sorry,
all right.
OBS. We can say goodbye to them as a sponsor.
It's true.
Haha.
Could be Discord though as well.
Yeah, it could.
All right.
Discord would be crazy.
All right. With that, we will leave on the Canadian cliffhanger on the edge of a Canadian Tire.
Oh, sorry.
Fire egress. I apologize.
Sorry.
The Canadian Tire fire egress ladder.
Is that in the Monster Manual? Canadian Tire fire egress. It's a Barnum and Bailey joke. Hey. Egress? Nothing, guys? Come on. Forget it.
What
Forget
now?
it,
I'm done.
1920s humor, okay?
I am
10 o'clock at
Aloysius should get it.
Me and Kyle were like...
Yeah, I've been going since 7 o'clock this morning nonstop. So
I've been going since 4 a.m.
Oh God.
With this kid. Come on, man.
Oh geez, your kid's up at 4? All right, with that. We've all got kids who wake up super early.
The true monster hunting.
Yeah, all right.
Nighty-night.
Have a good night, folks.
Bye.
Hey folks, thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to go back and check out our past episodes where we played Dream Askew. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon, and check out all of our links in the doobly-doo. It really helps. See you next time.